Hello everyone, Lily and Daniel here with Chimpies. Thank you all for tuning in today. We appreciate you. Today we would like to share with you all the approach that we take to create our own DIY mannequins. These mannequins can be used to display your t-shirts, whether they are kid sizes or adults. This process could apply to both. Now I also will leave links in the description below so you can go ahead and pick up all of these pieces on your end. Now by the end of this video, you will be well acquainted with the process and you will be able to go to Home Depot, get all the tools should you need to do so to build this on your end. If you didn't want to go down to Home Depot, yet again, links are in the description. Now I'm going to highly encourage you to drop a comment down below should you have any questions about anything that you see or hear along the way throughout this video. With that being said, let's go ahead and dive straight on into this. Starting from left to right here, I'm going to kind of read off everything that we're going to need to create these DIY mannequins. Now, we are going to go ahead and need piping of some sort. These are going to be the poles that are going to hold the mannequin upright to display and demonstrate the inventory that you have. So we are going to need 2 of them, as you see. So there's 2 of these, and then what you're going to want to do with one of them is cut it in half. So you can do this really easy with a knife, appropriate scissors for cutting this sort of PVC pipe. You get the idea. So you're going to want to get 2 of these, and I'm going to go ahead and leave links for you in the description below so you can pick these up on your end, as well as have the information right here so that way you all can see it on your end. Now after you cut 2 of them, and after you cut one into 2, it should look something like this. So we have 2 pipes, but we cut one in half. So from there, you're also going to need this right here, a reducing male adapter. As you see, that's the sizing right there. And the sizing of this PVC pipe right here is as follows. And let me show you the thickness here. So this is the PVC piping that we are using. So just to confirm, 2 PVC pipes here, we cut one in half, and then we have the 3/4 reducing male adapter, as you see, times 1/2 there. And then next you're going to need this piece right here. But yet again, I will leave links for you in the description below, and I'm going to show you all of the sizing and markings on here so that way you can match them exact on your end. And in the description I will also put the appropriate names for you on what all of these components are right here, as you see right there. So that's what this one is right here. And then next you're going to need one of these right here. You're going to need a floor flange. This one's a black iron floor flange right here. And the size of this floor flange, as you see, is 3/4 as listed right there. Let me show you the flange up close, and this is what the floor flange looks like. It's just kind of like a plastic disc plate here. And as you see, 3/4 is listed on there. So you want to match the sizing appropriate to or exact to what you are seeing here in this video. And again, I'm going to exhaust that. The links will be in the description for you below, so that way you can go ahead and accurately just get everything on your end if you choose to purchase online. And as you see right here, the last thing that we're going to need, or one of the last things that we're going to need is, or are these bolts right here, and screws and washers. Nuts, screws, and washers, as you see right here. And then we're going to use these to mount to whatever we choose to base it to. So this right here is the majority of the mannequin right here. Now the only thing that we are missing is a base of some sort, and this is going to go to the floor flange is going to go to the base. So for this demonstration, we're actually going to be using crates that you can get at any hobby store such as Michael's and or Hobby Lobby. Allow me to show you what the crate looks like. So the crate that we are going to be using is this one right here. As you can see, it is a pretty large size crate, and this is going to act as the base of our mannequin. This is also where we are going to store extra inventory upon displaying our products and merchandise here. So this is the crate that we are going to use on our end, and again, you can find this at any hobby store and or online. We can leave links for you as well for this below. Let me see if I can shed some light on this crate right here to show you some sizing and a little bit more details on this. So this is the sizing of the crate right here, for those who are curious. And this is the crate all around. You can go ahead and finish these however you'd like. You can paint them any color you'd want. You can stain them, essentially do whatever you would like to these crates right here. So let me go ahead and give you a quick recap on what we are going to need to make these DIY mannequins possible. So you're going to need a base of some sort. In this instance, we are using this crate right here to mount the mannequins to. And then we're going to be needing 2 PVC pipes like so. We're going to need to cut one in half. We're going to need a reducing male adapter. We're going to be needing a T-splitter. I'm not sure the proper name of that, but we're going to be needing this as well. We're going to be needing a 3/4 floor flange, and then we're going to be needing 4 bolts as well to mount to the flange. Now that we have a good idea and are acquainted with what we are actually needing to make this mannequin possible, let's go ahead and get into the build aspect of this. Building the mannequin is actually a very straightforward process. Allow me to assemble the T-bar right here. So we're going to go ahead and make a T-shaped bar to display the shirts that you create. So where I'm going to begin is I'm going to get my reducing male adapter, and I'm going to get the PVC pipe that we have not cut, and I'm going to simply place that in like so, and as you see, it fits flush into the reducing male adapter. Just make sure that that's in there nice and sturdy. And then from there, you're going to get your T-splitter, and I'm going to refer to this as a T-splitter. Forgive me if my terminology is off. And then I'm going to place that part on up here like that, as you see, and it's nice and flush. Does not come out. Everything is looking good. Now, the reason why we cut this bar in half is, or this PVC pipe in half, is because we're going to make little arms right here out of it. So I'm going to go ahead and place one arm on that side, and then I'm going to place the other arm on the other side like so. And again, you can also paint the PVC piping whatever color you choose to on your end. And then now, as you see, we do have a T-shaped bar that the shirt is going to hang over, and this is going to be for adult T-shirts right here. And again, just to confirm and let you all know, this can be applied to kid shirts as well. So if you're looking specifically for kid shirts and or even infants, I'm sure that this could apply, this right here process could apply to any size. With that being said, now that we have the T-bar made, as you can see, we connected the T-splitter, the cut PVC pipe into here acting as arms. We have the main PVC pipe that we didn't cut right here. And then we have the reducing male adapter right here. From this point, what we're going to want to do is we're going to grab the floor flange, and then you're going to screw in that reducing male adapter in there. So allow me to show you here. So as you see, let me focus here, reducing male adapter, and here's the floor flange. And then you just want to screw this in like so. And as you can see, it fits nice flush, screws in with no issues. As you see, it goes all the way in there. So now at this point, we have a DIY mannequin that's halfway done. All we need now is a base to go ahead and mount this to, and we can mount this to literally anything that we choose to do so, whether it's table, any base of any sort that we choose. This can be mounted to anything. And then I'm going to use these right here. These bolts are going to go on. So I'm going to put one washer on one side, like so, and then I'm going to put another washer on the other side of the base right here, and then I'm just going to screw it on and mount it to whatever I choose to mount it to. I am actually going to show you that here in this video as well. I'm going to show you how I'm going to drill holes into my crate, exactly how I go about that. But as you can see, this right here is the bare bone makeup of the mannequin. So just to reiterate and confirm, we have PVC pipe that we cut in half acting as the arms. We have the T splitter connecting the arms to the main part of the mannequin frame. And then from there, we have the other PVC pipe going into the reducing male adapter into the 3/4 floor flange. And then from here, the floor flange is going to be mounted to whatever base we choose. So I hope that this is making sense, and I do hope that you are with me here. It is a very simple and intuitive design, but if you have any questions at all, I'm going to highly encourage you, please drop a comment down below. We will do our best to assist you in the best possible direction. So now that we are familiar with building the mannequin's upper part here, let's go ahead and get into the mounting side of these DIY mannequins. So let's switch on over to a different angle and let's get these DIY mannequins mounted. So this is everything that we are going to be using right here. On the left we have a drill, and then we have the drill head right there. My terminology may be off for some of the things here, but I'm going to go ahead and just go with it. We have the nuts, bolts, and screws right there. We have the floor flange. We have a pin. We have a ruler if needed. That's optional. We have the PVC piping right here. We have the T-splitter. We have the full pipe and then the cut pipe right there with the PVC pipe, as you see. And then we have the reducing male adapter already connected there. And then we have right here the crate. So for this process, I'm going to start with the crate, and I'm essentially going to mark the area where I'm going to be drilling. Now you can use the ruler to go ahead and get everything precise and exact to your liking, but for me, I'm just going to go ahead and eyeball it, and I'm going to kind of just figure out a spot where I want to place this down where I feel is going to look best. And for me, for balance versus wind and natural elements, I'm going to place it right in the middle, and we're probably going to place a 10-pound weight on the inside just to give it a little bit more stability. So that is how I am going to go about it. Drop in the comments below if you placed yours in a different area and let me know why. So I have my markings now here where I'm going to be drilling, and that is the next step that we're going to be getting into. Unfortunately, I don't have the exact sizing of this drill bit right here that I'm using off the top, and I apologize for that, but I will go ahead and leave a link down below for a drill bit set that will work on your end that will be kind of universal in sizing. So for this, I'm just going to go ahead and screw in my drill head right here. My approach is going to be fairly straightforward, in which I just simply drill right into the markings there. So let's get on over into that here. So this part is kind of plug and play. I'm going to point the drill and drill. Now I am fully aware that I am drilling in the wrong direction. I did learn the hard way, but after I figured it out, which was after this hole right here, everything went smooth. So as you see, I'm just pointing the drill and I am drilling through right here. It would be a lot more smoother if I was drilling in the correct direction, but we'll go ahead and demonstrate that as well here with you all. So once you get this first hole drilled, you're going to want to repeat that and go ahead and drill all 4 holes. If you're going to use 4 screws, by all means go ahead and do so. For us, we use 2. 2 is more than enough, so you can use 2 if you like and put them on in a crossword direction. I'm going to demonstrate that here with you all as well. Now please keep in mind that I'm not going for perfection per se, because when I get caught up in perfection, the idea never gets done. So what I am going for is a functionality. I am trying to make a mannequin that works, in which we will do here in this video, and I will actually show you the completed mannequin as well. So along the way, one thing that I noticed is that the screws may be a little tight, and if they are, to make it easier, what you can do is put the drill and kind of wiggle it around like so, just to go ahead and loosen up the holes. Yet again, we're not going for that perfection, we're going for something that is fully functional. So once you have your holes drilled, we are ready to begin assembly for the final mannequin here. For this demonstration, you're going to notice that we are going to be using just 2 bolts, 2 nuts, 2 washers, 2 screws for each mannequin, and I'm simply going to put 1 screw down. I'm going to place the washer like so, and then I'm going to place the screw in as well. And this part is very straightforward. I will get to tightening at the end here with the tools there. So we have the first screw applied there, and we are going to apply the next one across from it. Now technically you can pretty much put another screw anywhere you'd like and use only 2 still, and it should work just fine. But for these mannequins, we're going to put them in a crisscross direction as you see, and we're only going to use 2 per mannequin, just to reiterate. For those who are curious if 2 screws is enough for the mannequin and display, yes, 2 is more than enough. We have not had any issues with the 2 screws. If you are going for aesthetics, then you may want to go with the 4, but just to reiterate and confirm for you all, 2 is more than enough. So the floor flange is sturdy and mounted to the crate, and that's just tightening by hand. Here you will see me tightening with tools here. I do highly recommend to do this step as well. Don't rely on the hand tightening. Over time I can see it loosening up and possibly losing the bolts, but I would recommend to use tools and tighten it to the best of your ability as much as you can get it tightened without over tightening too much. So once we have tightened all of the bolts, we are now ready to assemble this display here. So as you see, I am now screwing in the reducing male adapter to the floor flange, and this part is very straightforward. Just take your time, apply a little pressure when screwing this in, so that way it does go in smoothly. From here, we are going to get the T-splitter with the other cut PVC piping attached to it already, and we're simply going to place it on top, aligning with the bottom of the crate in the direction that we need it. And as you can see, this is the backing of the display, and it does make for great storage, so you can put more t-shirts in the backing right there of the crate and have one displaying the product. And this is the front of the display right here. I do feel that these are not only user-friendly and cost-effective, but what I personally like about them is that they are essentially a blank canvas that we can go ahead and finalize and finish to our liking. We could essentially color, decorate, whatever we choose to do with these displays on our end, which is another great thing about these. So here you can see a t-shirt on the display, and it is displaying the t-shirt for all to see just fine. And in my opinion, this came out really well. Everything sits nice and flush, everything looks great, and it is nice and sturdy. The display itself is looking fantastic. Allow me to show you what these displays look like sitting next to another display. And as you can see, once you start adding to your inventory and collection here, you can go ahead and begin to really start displaying your products in a very unique manner. Here is a little tip before we conclude this video. If you find yourself in a very windy area, feel free to place weights right here in this compartment area, as well as some extra inventory. So that way if you put weights right there, it'll hold it down and it'll anchor it to the ground. So that way it'll keep it from tipping over and or blowing away. I do hope that we were able to help you in a better direction here. Should you have any questions about anything that you saw throughout this video, I'm going to highly encourage you to drop a comment down below. Rest assured, we will do our best to assist you in the best possible direction. We also have social medias all under the same name as Chimpy's Designs. We have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. We would truly appreciate the support on there as well. I will leave links for you in the description below for everything that you saw in this video. Yet again, thank you all for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, ring that bell. Thank you very much. You all have a great day.